Due to high demand everywhere, under YouTube videos, in the game, during the live stream, many questions. What do you think about his Sandbox results? New Balance, what's next article? Seems like this time they are going to listen. Seems like they actually are looking at our feedback, ladies and gentlemen. And I know how much you hate reading, so I am here to keep you in the loop what the hell is happening with this new massive big Balance World of Tanks 2.0. I actually wanted to make new Tech 3 introduction episode going a bit deeper into the new Tech 3 and into 92 moved relocated vehicles and new collection vehicles tab. But I believe let's take a look at his article first. Before I'm going to do that, but I'm still going to do that because so many of you wanted to see the Tech 3 overview as well. Anyway, let's see if they actually listen to us, guys. Commanders, we appreciate that many of you took an active part in testing and discussing the new balance on the Sandbox server. The main thing we want to emphasize now is that the changes tested on Sandbox will not end up on the live server in their current state. For these 10 days, we have been watching your reactions and feedback on forums, social media and other online platforms. I guess blogs and stuff like that. Your active discussions suggest that the key idea of Sandbox works. You have the opportunity to test, discuss and assess possible changes before they find their way to the main version of the game. Yeah, this is what I love about Sandbox server. If it is done right, where people are actually able to use their own vehicles as well, like we were able to do in the previous version of the Sandbox, so huge thumbs up for that. And if we get the training room as well, I would be even more happy, because the training room is not active on the Sandbox server. I wanted to test out all the HE damage rolls, RNG in those damage rolls, but sadly, I was not able to do that. So, Wargaming, if you are listening, please activate the training room once again. Feedback, questions, doubts. The complex rebalance that was subject to testing consisted of many parts, and several reasonable doubts and questions were brought up to us by the community. The main questions that we received from you during the test are as follows. Shell and HP pool rebalance. How will this affect the gameplay? Will the vehicles have even harder time playing in bottom tier positions? Will tier 8 vehicles fight against tier 10 opponents with the same level of performance? Which vehicles will become more relevant in the new system and which less? What will happen to vehicles that have low penetration values for standard shells in the first place? How will everything affect premium vehicles? Many good questions over here. Of course, premium vehicles are always hot topic, like are you able to nerf them in the first place? Are you able to do any changes to those vehicles, any bad changes to those vehicles in the first place? And the biggest issue with the shell rebalancing, giving AP or standard rounds, let's say standard rounds, more damage compared to the premium rounds, was actually a direct buff to really strong vehicles already. Let's take like Chieftain or 279E. I'm going to play one battle on the background. I just played one battle actually on the Sandbox server with Chieftain, and this was the battle. You can see how those vehicles can be buffed with those changes, 279E and Chieftain. Let's take those two vehicles for example. Now 279E doesn't have to use premium rounds versus most of the targets 279E is going to face. So what 279E does? More damage. Same goes to the Chieftain. Chieftain has 270 millimeters of penetration with standard APCR round, which deals 100 more damage than the premium round. So taking this into account, 279E and Chieftain do not have to use premium rounds to penetrate most of the enemy targets, so they deal more damage a lot faster. But at the same time, enemy vehicles who do not have crazy good standard penetration, who do not have crazy good armor, have to fire premium rounds, and for those guys it takes a lot longer time now to kill those newly buffed HP vehicles, really strong tanks like 279 or Chieftain. So it is a massive buff to already crazy good vehicles in this game, and this is an issue they have to figure out somehow. So their answer was, we understand and share your concerns about these issues. The main purpose was to check how increasing the vehicle's lifetime in battle and enhancing the role of the armor may affect the game balance before introducing any changes to specific vehicles. Thanks to Sandbox testing, we now have the necessary data to keep making progress with our research and future development. Hopefully they are going to look this thing vehicle by vehicle because it really badly needs it. And community had the same questions like what happens to all those crazy good vehicles and what not. Now changes to the HE. You quite rightly noted that the new mechanics of causing damage with HE shells did not become more understandable and predictable, which means that the implementation of this idea did not work as intended. They are actually saying it themselves. Also, it was a mistake to remove penetration from the parameters of HE shells. This is what I also saw on the Sandbox server. Hitting the same position with same HE round, it should have been a predictable damage, around the same damage roll. But what I was actually able to see was hitting the same position. Sometimes I got like 300 more damage. Like 200 damage. Same position, next shot 500 damage. 400 damage. This is nowhere even close being predictable. Let's say there is a 300 HP vehicle. You would like to take out a low HP tank. Okay, let's load in HE. It should heal, let's say 300 damage, but no, one shot 150, second shot 200 damage. It is not predictable, and they are saying it over here as well. It didn't work as expected. We wanted to rework not only the mechanics of causing damage with HE shells, but also specific parameters of this shell type. There we go. Moving on, next topic is SPG rebalance. Our goal when testing artillery was to add more diversity to gameplay and decrease the overall duration of the stun effect. The tested SPG rework makes sense only in conjunction with the shell rebalance. We will get back to the SPG rebalance once a new solution for the shell rebalance has been designed. One thing can be said for sure, armor-piercing shells turned out to be ineffective and undesirable in the shells paradigm currently tested on the Sandbox server. It is already clear that the new paradigm, how do you pronounce that word? Paradigma, or something like that. Anyway, of the shells and the reworked HP pool of vehicles together with the mechanics of HE shells and SPG rebalance require further improvements and are not ready to release in their current shape. This is what I said. What I warned about even 2 months ago when they first introduced SPG changes on the Sandbox server with a new ammunition type, 2 new ammunition types, stunning, damaging HE, and AP round. I said that AP round is so unnecessary as it is over there. The damage is so low and the RNG is just so big. For the start, you have the accuracy RNG. Are you going to hit your shot in the first place? Number 2, let's roll dice again. If you are going to hit, maybe you are going to hit the tracks, maybe you are going to bounce off, maybe you are not going to deal any damage. Okay, second RNG. If you are lucky, if you are able to hit and if you are able to penetrate, then you have the third RNG. How much damage you deal and so on. And the damage was actually so low. AP rounds, in my opinion, were the most useless ammunition on the artillery. Now, talking about the stunning HE and talking about the damaging HE, I said nobody's going to use damaging HE if the damage difference is so little. On one artillery, I do not remember which one it was, the damage difference between stunning HE and damaging HE was literally 195. 195 extra damage on paper. If you hit the target, if you splash the target, the actual damage difference is going to be something like 50. And you lose stunning to deal 50 extra damage. Who is going to use that damaging HE round? My solution for that was make the gap a lot bigger, not increasing the damaging HE shell damage. Keep the damaging HE shell damage the same, let's say 1200 or 1000. I don't know, just I'm making up numbers over here. Damaging HE is 1100, let's say, and the stunning HE, which stuns damage, is 750 or 800. Make the gap bigger, not by increasing the damage engaged damage, but making the gap, or make the gap bigger by lowering the stun engaged damage. This, in my opinion, is going to make community happy as well. Just a little solution for you. Is this going to be the best solution for the ammunition types? I don't know, you tell me what you think about this idea, what I came up with. As I said, I already pitched this idea in one of my videos a couple months ago when I first tested the SPG changes on the Sandbox server. Maybe then people are going to think which type of ammunition they should use, damaging or standard stunning H ammunition. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about confirmed hypotheses, Tech 3 changes and collector vehicles. And in this part, they actually say something really crucial. The Tech 3 interface became more user-friendly and transparent. There is now a universal layout for vehicle types inside the Tech 3. Yes, this is good. On every single nation, all the vehicles, you know where they are, artillery and light tanks at the very bottom or top, at the very top or at the very bottom, heavy tanks in the middle, medium tanks and tank destroyers, they all have same positions on different nations and on different Tech 3s. You don't have to start researching a new branch from low tier vehicles, which is also actually nice. And the best thing, which I'm going to mention in my Tech 3 overview as well, is they are going to remove so many low tier artilleries from the Tech 3. They're going to move away so many low tier artilleries from the Tech 3. Hopefully this means a lot less RT battles in lower tiers. People can enjoy the game more. Hopefully this is going to be the case. Your concerns were mainly related to the vehicles moved to the Tech 3 to the collector's vehicle section of the in-game store and the assumption that they would disappear from the game for good. However, we would like to assure you that this is not going to happen. They are not going to move they are not going to remove those vehicles, they are going to move them away. If these changes go into the main version, these vehicles, including those of tier 6 to tier 10, this is the key thing over here, ladies and gentlemen, including tier 6 to tier 10 vehicles listed, moved vehicles listed in the big list, will be accessible and available for purchase with credits. There is no need to rush into researching these vehicles, as you will be able to buy them at any time after the potential update goes live. This is really key thing for me as well, because I was actually missing a couple tanks. I was missing 113, J-Panther 2, there was a VK as well I was missing. I do not have to rush. I do not have to spend my time or free experience or blueprints to get those vehicles ASAP. They are confirming it over here that including tier 6 to tier 10 vehicles will be accessible and available for purchase with credits. Really good thing. Durability increase for low tier vehicles. On the Sandbox server, we additionally increased HP of all tier 1 to tier 6 vehicles, which made the power progression from tier to tier smoother and more consistent. The results fully justified our expectations. Your feedback showed us that the cost of mistakes in battles was reduced and low-tier vehicles now survive for a longer time. The average duration of the battles also increased together with the overall comfort of playing in these vehicles. Once again, huge thumbs up from me. As I already said in the first video I made many months ago, once again, the best thing about this HP increase is the HP increased for lower tiers, because at the moment you are not allowed to make any mistakes. You are learning the game in tier 2, in tier 1, in tier 2, in tier 3, in tier 4. You are still learning the game, and if you make one mistake, you do not have any HP. If you make one mistake, you are out from the battle. What did you learn? Nothing. Now, increasing lower tier hit points, you're able to survive for a bit longer, maybe you can learn a bit more, and so on. So once again, huge thumbs up from me. Please note that we will finalize the exact values of the HP increase after we have analyzed the data from this test. Right, nice. So the main point, what's next? As the article says, what next? Let's see. Today the Sandbox server will shut down. Now we have plenty of statistics and your feedback, and we are waiting for the results of the questionnaire. Yeah, we have the in-game survey as well, so feel free to fill it. Thank you for filling it, by the way. We hope you liked the reward for helping us out. Many of you guys were actually able to get some premium days and some other rewards. I got the medal or the emblem. We will not release the new balance as you saw it on Sandbox. We need some time to conduct a complex analysis and understand what kind of adjustments are needed. Several solutions implemented on this Sandbox server were successful, but some of them still need to be adjusted. As a result, we will proceed with the HP increase for lower tier vehicles, the rework of the deck tree, and the implementation of collectors vehicles, at which point we will share more details in the near future. Other changes, including the shell type rebalance, HE mechanics, and SPG rework, require a throughout, I guess, review and will not be released anytime soon. So guys, we can calm down. It takes many months. I do not even know if it is going to happen in 2020, although World of Tanks 2.0 in 2020 sounds pretty good. We will also keep in mind the vehicles that were supposed to be checked when the new balance test occurs. We'll be ready to talk about our future steps and potential updates for all features and vehicles around mid-March. Okay. We would like to emphasize one important message. Once again, any global changes will not go into release without being tested by the players first. Thank you again for participating and all the feedback. It is important. Keep it up. All right. So what next? Yeah, a really nice article. I really like that they actually said we don't have to rush towards them, because in the original video introducing Sandbox server, they said they have not come up with the idea what they want to do with tier 6 to tier 10 vehicles. They said more about those a bit later, so there was a lot of speculation around those vehicles, maybe bond shop tanks, maybe special reward vehicles, whatnot. D62A, AMX30B, 113 were the biggest bad boys in that list, of course. We'll see what they're going to do with SPG rebalance, HE shells, and the hit point / alpha damage increased changes as well. Coming back to the Chieftain and 279E situation. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this article, what you think about Sandbox server, about everything in the comments down below. I hope this was informative. You can consider yourself being informed once again. If you enjoy this type of stuff, leave a like. If you don't, leave a dislike. And subscribe for more action. Together with Notification Squad, of course. Of course, notification bell, click it. It makes a nice sound. Take care and bye.